Good evening, and a very warm welcome to our very new stream. I'm your host and your financial analyst. My name is Akash Malhotra. I'm more than happy to see you, dear traders. It's an amazing week. I happen to have a lot of conversations with the financial analyst how we will be able to help you out to make the most profitable success of our trading journey. The way that we will be doing, we'll be trying to understand the market to the greatest extent. We will try to see where the market basically happens to be a lot on the fluctuating side, we'll try to see what could be the major trading advantages we will be able to gather or build it according to the same. So, again, welcome to the stream. Dear traders, the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing is the reason behind you. So in today's session, the heat map. So you know that every week we comes along with our market analysis and we try to see how the market gonna behave based on the different factors. It may also include the technical aspect of it and also the fundamental aspect of it. So what we're gonna do for today, we'll be taking a little deeper dive in the thorough market analysis, and based on that we'll try to see what could be the major trading ideas that we can put forward today and again capitalize our trading on. So welcome. If you have any questions, particularly if you're seeing a little difficulty in terms of understanding, I'll be more than happy to assist you. Let me know in the comment section if you're facing any issues, particularly may it be like anything, deposit withdrawals. Our objective always has been to serve the client, dear traders. Again, welcome to the stream. I have a bunch of news. I was basically going through the market analysis and I was trying to see where could be the market good approaches are there, like what could be the various entry points on which we basically can trade on. So yeah, these would be the various points that we will gonna have a discussion about. But let me know in the comment section how do you feel about today's session, and again I will be more than happy to see you once in a week. Thank you very much for joining today's stream. How are you guys? Let me know in the comment section. How are you doing? Okay, so we got the very first comment. Mr. India Trading Master said, "Good evening, sir. You for live Venkatesh from Tamil Nadu, India. Welcome, sir. I mean, we have clients from all over the places, from the country, and I'm very happy to see you that we as a community, we are trying to grow, build ourselves together, so that in the longer run, this community can help us to survive in the difficult situation. Again, the objective is profitability, but it's not that easy to make money in the financial markets. You have to have some backgrounds or a little deeper understanding how the financial market work and what could be the various entry points that can assist it in trading. So let's begin our session. I think we have some good number of clients. So welcome to the stream once again. Uh, Mr. Hazim ji said, "Hi, I'm from Indonesia. From Indonesia. Good to see you, sir. Welcome to the stream." Mr. Tamiz Ahmed ji said, "Hi, good evening. Good evening, Mr. Ahmed. Welcome to the stream." As you can see on my screen, there are some market movements going on. I'll put my across my analysis for today, and there are some new tricks that will definitely going to help you out. Now, this week is very special. The reason why I'm saying it's special, because this week one of the biggest fundamental factor will be playing a pivotal role in our trading. What we're gonna do basically for today, I'll share you my market insight and how the market gonna behave exactly day after tomorrow. So stay tuned with me. I will be sharing these insights specifically with you. I have been curating or taking the trades on this major economic or fundamental factor from a very long time. So I'll try to guide you from my analysis for today. Let's begin our session. So, dear traders, you know that in the very first 10 minutes of the conversation, we basically talk about how the market have been behaving. A lot of traders basically have received a lot of emails from the client. They were inquiring about cryptocurrencies lately a lot. And yeah, cryptocurrency has been trending topic of the conversation. And that is why we will start our conversation with the cryptocurrencies. So, if you look into my screen, dear traders, there are some aspects that we can see. Now here I have opened the heat maps. Now what are the heat maps? Some of the clients might not be able to understand it. So heat maps are specifically designed tools that helps you whether the market is rising or falling down based on the two strong levels, uh, color levels, which are red and green, right? If it is a strong red, that means a lot of selling has been happened in the recent prices of the asset. If it is strongly green, that means a lot of buyers are still present and the market has been keep on the bullish run. Now, if you'll see a little faded color, so that means the market substantially reacted. If you see a little neutral color, so that means market are slightly on the same price level that it has from the last day. So here we will see the performance of the asset based on the day level. We select a day here. Now, if you'll see, a lot of selling has been happening in the cryptocurrency because of the liquidation. So people are basically selling their position in the cryptocurrency and holding. Basically, they once they sell their position, they basically will try to buy it at this lower price. So a hope or anticipation for Bitcoin is very on the lower side. If you look into specifically the prices of Bitcoin in the recent manner, we see a lot of selling has happened. So basically, once upon a time, Bitcoin it was hovering near 1,25,26,000, and right now it dropped suddenly to a level we call it as 80,000. So round number, first of all, we all traders should know that round number acts as an excellent level of support and resistance, right? So when it was started falling down, it tried to take multiple support level, but the sellers were very heavy on the selling side, and there were no positive news related to the Bitcoin. That is the reason why the prices of Bitcoin was falling down. Now, since Bitcoin is acting as a bigger brother, now when it falls down, it basically through the chain of commands drop all the alternative cryptocurrency I'm talking about. You may name any cryptocurrency, may it be Tron, Ethereum, Dogecoin, Solana, all these cryptocurrencies are been falling very heavily. The reason why the biggest selling happening in the Bitcoin recently. So what's the reason behind it? So we know that Jeremy Powell is the US Fed chairperson. Basically, the in the last month and this month, no non-farm payroll data was released. In fact, I'm going to lead you to that conversation why I think in the longer run what could happen to US dollars and what is the future of gold, and we'll try to squeeze our profit based on it. So yeah, let's get to it. Because the people started selling their position on the Bitcoin recently, the market drop down was a very heavy drop down, right? So it tried to recover itself from 90,000 level, but it failed to do so. Like first of all, 1 lakh level, then it rises substantially, then it decreased. When it basically decreased, I think close to 95,000, again 5,000 difference, round number. Try to bounce back from this level, but again it failed to do so. Then it went to a level of 90,000, again a round number. Could be act as a good level of support, but again the sellers were very dominant, and this price was again broken. Then it jumped down to a level of 80,000, and from this level we can see some sort of recovery has been happening. We have some recent comment here. Chetanji said, Mr. Devilji said, hi, good evening, sir. Mr. Chetanji said, hello, sir, I'm in loss and how to recover. Chetanji, it basically depends on how your practice, right? I usually guide client that taking a minimal risk and selecting every day a profitable margin, like let's just suppose a trading goal, is something that I really appreciate client. I follow this approach, we call it as 1:2 approach. So suppose you want to gain a capital, first of all you have to decide yourself what would be the profit margin that you have to select, and then you can go ahead with the lowest margin, that means the losses that you can occur for the day. Suppose for today, if I'll give an example, suppose I have like around $1 lakh BTC. So my profit margin would be like close to 1% of the capital that I have, right? But the profit margin can increase because like people don't have this much amount of money. It can go ahead with 10,000, 20,000, 50,000. You can select your goal. Whatever profit margin that you have selected for that particular day, make sure if you right on the track, if you made the profit, we basically close the trading for that specific day. But the issue occurs, we always have a profit margin, but what about the losses margin? We never have a loss margin. So as a trader, you should also have the lower threshold, we call it as lower margin, where you will quit the market for the day. R to R ratio, we call it as risk to reward ratio. So Chetanji, you must make sure that you follow risk to reward ratio. And in terms of recovery, it will be personal. I do not know your financial conditions so far, but if you have an expert status, I would highly encourage you to go to help option here. Via support request via chat medium, you can have a personal conversations with the support, and your meetings can be scheduled if you have an expert status. Our financial analyst will be able to create a specialized task for you. I mean, specialized period on which we will start recovering the capital one step at a time. I hope I answered your question, Chetan ji. So, Mr. Ahmed ji said, sir, trade कैसे लेने का है? Ahmed ji, I basically share my insights about the financial market. It is based on you, how you take the trade. Like, is it in the fixed time trading or forex mode? Let me know in the comment section, and we can have a conversation about this. Mr. Komraji says, so does that mean our theme today is trading in 10 minutes entry? So today is what we're gonna discuss about the financial market and what could be the major trading entry points. But yeah, I have a very good news because during the end of the session for today, I'll give you one specific hint in which you will be there is a substantial possibility that you will be able to gather profit more than 100% if you are able to enter the market in the right time. I'll show you why I'm thinking like this manner. Um, Mr. Nathingji said, "Hello, brother. Good evening, sir. How to make profile now? In order to create an account on Olymptrade, you just type in the Google Chrome or in the application, type Olymptrade, and there you will be given an option to sign up or sign in. So as you are the first time user, you can sign in on the platform, sign up on the platform, register your email address, and your account will be created. It's not that difficult. It's very easy process. Anyway, so as let's moving on. Thank you very much for asking these questions. You know, the reason why I love doing this is to have this conversation and share all the market analysis and clear your doubts. So if you have any question, feel free to chat in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to answer all your doubts at one place. So what could be the possible situation right now, specifically for Bitcoin? How can I able to increase my profitability if I wish to take the trade on Bitcoin? Right now, Bitcoin is working on the cautious mode. I'm still taking a trade of around 5x as a multiplier, but I don't think so. This is the right time to enter into the market. Let the market stabilize a little because all we can see there was a lot of selling and there is a partial recovery. Now, from the series of red candle, it also looks like the probability of market going down will be there. But if you're looking for enter into the market, a very small value of multiplier, you can select the 5x as a multiplier and you can open your position so that your stop loss could be slightly below the last support level. And here you will be able to see the last support level was 80,000, and if you select the 5x as a multiplier, the chances of closing your trade will be very minimal. This will basically help you to increase your capital in the longer run. So that means here you will be holding your position not for few hours but for days. We wait for the market to rise, and once we make the substantial profit, we can close the trade. That's the beauty of forex. You can close your trade anytime if you want to. So what are my predictions? Bitcoin prices can recover, but everything depends upon 10th of November 10th, on which the federal chairman will be decreasing will where he'll be stating the fact whether they will be decreasing the interest rate or not. If hypothetically Fed decided to decrease the interest rate, that would be an amazing time because the only thing that gonna survive that part would be gold. That is the reason we are investing in gold. The reason why I'm strongly bullish on gold, because in the market uncertainty, around 2.2 trillion dollars were burnt out when it was speculated that there is a bubble going on the tech industry. You probably have heard about this. In the AI, specifically Nvidia, all these stocks were listed there. So a lot of sell-off has happened. Around 2.2 trillion dollars dropped. If you even if you look into the major indices, Nasdaq, S&P 500, and Dow Jones dropped substantially. Because of these drop, 2.2 trillion dollars were wiped out from the market. But you know what didn't fall down? The prices of gold. The prices of gold stayed at that price level for a very strong period of time. Now, if you look into the price market here, the market is basically moving into the sideways manner. This is the zone we call it as consolidation. If you see this particular zone, this is a consolidation zone, and I'm very sure about this. When the market is in the consolidation zone, so there is this specific margin of the support and resistance line which I have drawn here. Correct, this one is resistance line and another one is support line. I was very sure if I'm able to catch the candle. Now here's the trick. If you are able to catch gold between the price level of 4,000 per troy ounce to 4,050 maybe, it's an excellent buying level, because this is the only way that's the market gonna follow. So there are three trades that you can see. The first one is $500 trade I have taken, another 1,000 and another $2,000. So what recently happened this time, I basically made close to $200. Let's close this trade right now. Okay. Yeah. So we close our position on gold. The reason is it is on the psychological level, and we already has $1,000 trade going on so far. So that is the reason I did that. I closed my bottom trade, and I'll be waiting whether it will be breaking above this level or not. But booking profit was an important part for me, and which we did like close to 10 or 12, close to 10 or 12% profit is what we have booked for that. And here is my portfolio for today. So a lot of buying has been happened today. I bought Bitcoin, Ethereum. Brent is something that I'm very strongly on the bullish side, because the US crude oil inventories were negative in the recent update, and because of this negative data, the buying possibility for Brent was there. Again, the Brent bounce back from the $61 per barrel level, and I still think that the based on the OPEC meeting, there are chances for it to rising. We have few more comments. Mr. Saurabh ji said, "Hi sir, I am new joining. Welcome, welcome sir, and it is an excellent time to see you." The reason for trading, the new traders are more are for the best part that I've seen in the recent time is that new traders are willing to take the risk and trying to know about the market sentiments rather than taking the trade randomly. So the market analysis plays always a pivotal part in your trading, dear traders. So yeah, I'm very happy to see new traders. If you're new in trading, go to this help option. The first thing as a trader, as a beginner trader, one should always know is you can go to education session here and type it out candlestick. Once you click on candlestick, everything associated with the candlestick will appear in here. Read all these formations on the candlestick pattern, and then you test all the possible candlestick formation that you have learned so far in your demo account. And once you're confident, you can switch back to the live account and start your trading. It's never too late to start trading. I have one client who is like close to 80, 68 years old, and he's been trading effectively. So yeah, it's never too late to start trading. Mr. Shah said, "What is day trading?" Day trading is a trading on which you basically hold your position for a particular day. We call it as intraday trading, right? You open your position, you close your position on the same day. But in Olymptrade, you can hold your position for days. If you look into one of my trades, so there is this one excellent trade that I'm holding my position on is on gold, right? If you look into the prices of gold, I am holding my position on gold from August 22nd. And right now it's 25th November. So that means close to 3 months. And what sort of commission I have paid so far? Just the $17. So yeah, the beauty of forex is you basically wait for the market to rise, and when it has risen substantially, you can the benefit it gives you that you can hold your position for a very long time and close your trade anytime if you wish to. That's the beauty of trade. Anyways, moving on. So recently, dear traders, there is this one event has happened. We call it as non-farm payroll. This data we were expecting, like the data usually released on once in every month on the very first Friday, but this time the data was, because the US government shutdown was there, the data was never released in the last month, and this month data they basically released it on 20th of November. Imagine all these data have been released on a single day. Initial jobless claims data released once in every week, and this time the release is it's been stated that around 53,000 jobs were created and 119,000 jobs were actually created. But the thing is, this is 2 months data, 2 month data averaged together, that make it look like it is cooling off US market. So that means that a lot of jobs have been created in the US, but in fact it's 2 month average data. Second thing, we can come to the part that around 4.4% unemployment rate was there. It is way higher. 4.3% was the interest rate last I checked, and now it is 4.4%. Now, because of this, a doji candle has been formed on all the pair. We can take an example for gold. I'll tell you what my speculation. I'm very high. I'm strongly bullish on gold right now, dear traders. In my point of view, gold has a substantial chances of rising. It has to rise because Fed has to decrease the interest rate one way or another. Maybe they will be decreasing it on December 10th. If not, they have to do it on January or February. Even in this situation, this will be a right time to buy gold with the multiplier 20x default multiplier, and this basically and help you to keep your trade or position for a very long time. So, what's my opinion? Gold has a good chances of rising. Second, let's wait for Bitcoin to start correcting, and once it does, you can buy your position. Select a 5x multiplier if you want to check that. Go ahead on the demo account, select a 5x as a multiplier. Make sure that your stop loss is below the support level, and I'm very sure that it has to rise afterwards. Now, third point, hold your breath together, because day after tomorrow is one of my favorite datas. We call this data as Reserve Bank of New Zealand interest rate decisions. This will be taken day after tomorrow. That means on 26th of November, exactly at 6:30. This is according to the Indian Standard Time. Guys, if you do not know about this, you can change the current time zone to the one that you are more according to your local time. You can select this GMT. Based on selecting the GMT, your local GMT, you can select this. Once you selected this, the data will be sorted according to your local time frame. And in this situation, we can see Reserve Bank of New Zealand interest rate decisions will be taken exactly at 6:30. Imagine this: every time when the when the Reserve Bank of New Zealand is decreasing the interest rate, what's going to happen? We can see one gigantic candle on which we can make a substantial profit. For example, I'll just show you. This is the reverse analysis that I do. So let's take an example, right? So I'm selecting everything based on the Indian calendar. So therefore, the timing which is written here is around 20, but that is not the time. This is Eastern time, so Indian time basically leads uh, Eastern time by close to 12 and a half hours. So according to Indian Standard Time, the data will be released on a day after. So if we take it for an example, let's select the 7th of October. The last data was released on 7th of October. And if we select on the economic calendar, since we have selected GMT of plus 530, this is what we're gonna do. Let's confirm the timing. It's 7th of October. We'll select 7th of October. And here we can see that the data is not been released. So that means according to Indian Standard Time, the data will be released afterwards. If you see exactly at 6:30, Reserve Bank of New Zealand decreased the interest rate decisions by 50 basis point. Let's take the candle on October 8th. The currency is NZD. So you can select any NZD pair. On 7th of October, this is what we're gonna do. Okay, so let's this trade close this trade. All right. On 7th of October, let's scroll over screen. Yep, here we go. Exactly at 6:30 in the morning, the market collapsed like anything. Now, this is the exact situation that's gonna happen day after tomorrow. Since they are decreasing the interest rate. Now every time they decrease the interest rate, the market either can rise or fall. So that means a big candle formation can happen, but you never know in which direction the market gonna be. So what you have to do, you can wake up around 6. I'm talking about the Indian traders. You can look at according to your local time. So if you select the time on the clock exactly at that time 6:30 according to the Indian standard time, in whichever the direction the very first candle will go, follow that direction. So suppose I selected like around $100, and exactly at 6:30, I know the data will be coming up. As soon as I form a small red candles, I'll buy or sell my position exactly at that interval. This will basically help me to make some good profit there. This will be an excellent opportunity for you all new traders, and the variation will be there in fixed time and forex. But the fixed time assets will be closed because the fixed time market usually opens around 11:30 in the morning or evening. So all the options will be available on OTC. Unfortunately, on OTC, this variation will not be there. Starting from next week, we will be talking about in-depth analysis. Let me know in the comment section what do you feel about today's session. Is there anything that you feel like I'm missing? Let me know in the comment section. Mr. Kuldeep ji said, "Sir, I buy metal signal, but not showing any signal in the help box." Unfortunately, in the recent time, um, the signals that you used to see on Olymptrade market situations have been temporarily removed. Some of them are being removed. Some of them are still present, but some of them signals have been removed. So on metal, if you are specifically talking about gold, silver, platinum, which one are we talking about? Kuldeep ji. Mr. Nadir ji said hello. Mr. Nadir ji, good evening to the session. Well, welcome to the session. So these were the major ideas. In my opinion, there is one thing that I wanted to share my intel with you. So USD JPY in the recent upper trend went to 157, and then it dropped down substantially to the lower side. Now here, if you draw SMA of 200, let me change the color to red and make it a little thicker. We can see this SMA 200 is acting as a great level of support. That is the reason why we are holding our position on USD JPY. Even the fundamental factors are aligned with the same. So in my opinion, USD JPY has good chances of rising once again. Gold, USD JPY probably on the higher side. Bitcoin would be a cautious sentiments that we're gonna have for this week. So these were the market analysis that I wanted to share with you, dear traders. Thank you very much for staying ahead with me. If you have any question that you wishes to ask me, I'll be reading all your comments. Thank you very much for joining today's stream. If you like today's stream, make sure you subscribe to Olymptrade Practice, share with your friends, comment in the comment section. Even though I'm not available, but I read all your comments, and in the next session we're gonna have a further discussion. Let me know in the comment section which topic do you want to talk about, and we can have in-depth conversation about it. So thank you very much for today's stream. Staying ahead with me. My name is Akash Malhotra.